Follow me as far as you can, baby. You and me got nothing left to hide. And all our friends will be there with us. We've got nothing left to fear. Running free as far as we can until laughter is the only thing we hear. It's all we hear. Follow me now, come on, let's play here. Let's play a while, you know now everything's alright. Follow me now, come on, let's play here. Let's play a while, you know now everything's alright. Making promises we can't keep, but memories that remain.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Die Tired coming at you from the lab. Super stoked to be here with Leaf Pile for an interview. A little insight into the inner works in Die Tired and what we're all about. I'll start with little introductions. I'm Matt. I play guitar and sing.
What's going on? I'm Sean, I play guitar.
Hey, I'm Brandon, drums.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jim and I play the bass.
So fill you in a little bit how we got started. Jim and I have been playing music together for about 8-9 years now. Writing songs and different projects, different things like that. We were kind of like early COVID time when it was just him and I at the time, and we were writing a bunch of stuff and knew that we wanted to get back into the band scene. And we know Sean through our local barbershop. He's cutting our hair. We're always talking music and stuff like that at the shop. And I think really randomly it was just like,
I asked you something about like gear.
yeah, just kind of like a local conversation. It was like something about gear. It's like, dude, why don't you just come over and jam one time? And we're like, yeah, all right. So that's how Sean kind of got into the fold, to that connection. And we started writing a bunch of songs. I think like, what you gonna do?
Yeah, that was, we wrote that one. Well, skipping ahead a little bit, when Brandon came on board, that was the first song we wrote as the four of us.
Right, but we had some early songs from New Condition, which you can hear, you can check it out. It's on our Spotify and stuff like that. So those are some of the early songs that we wrote as a trio there. And we were really starting to get things going and get the itch, like, all right, we need to finish this band off. We need a drummer. And then
incoming the tall boys.
Yeah, I mean, I was just, I was out of a band for a couple years and had just bought a new drum kit again and was ripping around in my basement doing like cover songs of these early 2000 pop punk screamo kind of bands and posting them on social media, hoping that it would land with a good group of guys that would just happen to need a drummer. And next thing I know, I get a
Here we are. We slid right into your DM.
Yeah.
I still gotta bring up to this day, I think like it was meant to be, as corny as that sounds though, but it turns out like Brandon literally lives 10 minutes away from where we jam.
Yeah, from where we are.
So it was like, and we had like mutual friends in the area that like for a long time we just never met, but we've been friends with similar people for the longest time. So it was just kind of like, no questions, like, dude, 10 minutes away, we all did the same thing, we're in the roundhouse, and he came in, I think like Jim mentioned earlier, first practice, wrote what you're going to do, which you could, which you can listen to on Spotify, so next time if you have heard or haven't listened to it, that's kind of cool to think like, that was the first song we ever wrote as a group.
Yeah.
And it happened the first time we ever played, so that's really cool.
Like within 10 minutes.
Yeah, just boom, came out.
When it goes that easy, we're like, all right, fine, let's record it.
And we've been jamming ever since. I think we're up to like over 2 years now.
Yeah, over 2 years.
Yeah. Tons of songs later, tons of progress later, and there's only more to come. So it's been a great ride. So that's a little bit about how the band formed. I don't know if you want to talk about the band name.
Yeah,
that'd be a good segue.
Yeah, sure. So we get talked or asked a lot about where Die Tired came from, and it comes from an old Marine slogan, is that you can run but you only die tired, which I served in the Marines, so there's some validation there for why we're allowed to use that. But basically we took it as like no regrets, kind of put it all out on the field kind of thing. Like if you die tired, think of the opposite end of it. If you die rested It would be like what you did you really live? You know, did you put yourself fully into everything that you wanted to put yourself fully into? And dying tired would mean that you just went after everything that was available to you, or took these opportunities and didn't let them pass you by. You know, I often say, like, it's as simple as asking the girl out, or mending the relationship that was broken and you're the first one to do it, or maybe it's you take that big step in your career, something like that. You know, just as simple as just don't let these moments pass you by. So we like that for us, it's very motivational. People seem to dig it. It's a cool band name, I think.
Absolutely. And one thing I love about it too is, like, you can really lean into that concept that you just talked about, you know, dying tired, and like the themes of our music and our shows and the merch that we put out, and really just make this all-encompassing, just kind of unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one big. It's more than just the band, you know what I mean? It's the whole package that comes with it, and we love to dig into art and lyrical themes about on all ends of the musical spectrum, like positive themes of hope, you know, some themes of anger, some themes of sadness, you know. The type of music we all like, which we'll get into in a second, really is dynamic stuff, not necessarily one level, one trigger type thing.
Yeah, I feel like with a band name Die Tired, people would just sort of assume, especially we've got like the Grim Reaper logo, and you know, like that maybe they think that we're kind of like an ominous metal band or something like that. But we're really more of like pushing a positive thought, and that comes from the music that we write. And I'll let Sean take it away with where we get our influences from and how we became the kind of tones and sounds that we use.
For sure, we really take pride on trying to play how we feel. You know, we really take pride on, we can write a slow, moody jam, but we can also like do like a grungier, faster, heavy jam. We really take pride in being dynamic. And I know we all come from different backgrounds, but I think we all come to the grounds on like, I think we all grew up on 90s rock, and that really influenced us, like grunge, especially like Alice in Chains, where I know Matt and I, we really harmonize each other on our guitars, and that's definitely one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, just the writing of Jerry Cantrell. I always give him a shout out and this type of things, because he really is one of my personal guitar heroes. And also his ability to sing, and the way him and Lane would sing over top of things like that. But also influences too. You have that grunge. But for me personally, I can get into some pretty heavy stuff too. I mean, I remember the first time listening to Strapping Young Lad, the album City, to Devin Townsend. Like, it just blew me away.
Devin Townsend and Strapping Young Lad.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the brainchild of Strapping Young Lad, and then now he's like kind of moved away from that. You know, he's got out of metal, and he's more like a prog guy. But yeah, he's the brainchild behind Strapping Young Lad. He wrote all that music.
That's cool.
I even think he did the drums on some of the earlier stuff until he found Gene Hoglan, who's actually one of the guys who could actually play the crazy drums that he was.
Yeah, Townsend's a genius, man. He's nuts.
And another example would be like when Sugar Destroy Eraser Proof. That album was just like on the forefront of the gent movement and technical, like math stuff. I love that stuff. You know what I mean? So you know, we can go grunge, you can go metal, and I mean, Jim, you throw some classic rock in there.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up listening to Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and the Styx and like those kind of bands. And Meatloaf, my dad's a huge Meatloaf fan. Listen to that stuff all the time. My first favorite bass player was Stefan Lessard from the Dave Matthews Band. Laugh at me if you want, but I still see them every year. I love that band. He's a great bass player. So like all those those guys are not metal bass players. They're very different. So I don't really bring a metal bass style to the band. I bring like kind of bordering on like a jazz. You always kind of find a spot to noodle some notes in there, which kind of I think makes our sound a little bit different from like your regular straightforward. If for anybody's actually listening to the bass, it's like a little bit of a different taste to the music than what you might hear in a lot of 90s or 2000s alt rock kind of vibes. I know Brandon is huge into the pop punk world, so I can take it there.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I really love about Die Tired is we all have similar but overlapping backgrounds and interests as far as genres of music go, and also different kinds of training. in music writing and skill development. I mean, for me particular, I started in the traditional school band, kind of orchestra, jazz band, marching band kind of setting. And I think, you know, in kind of transforming into my kind of pop punk, kind of grunge, garage band niche, so to say, that background really allows me to be able to adjust to different types of shows and settings. I can play in multiple different rooms and kind of make it fit the audience and fit the set. And I think it really shows itself in how, as a band, how dynamic our sets can be.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of take you on a roller coaster ride. We do a little jam stuff in there. We can go hard. We can go soft. We can actually modify some of our originals that you hear like on the recordings to fit the type of show that we're playing. So, I mean, I think that flexibility, that flexibility that we have doing a live show really opens up a lot of opportunities for us. I don't know if anybody else.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's perfect. I mean, and depending on the set length and the venue, like, we try to have mindful conversations, like when we're designing the set, like, what room are we playing?
Yeah.
Is it a smaller rock club that's a little bit more intimate, that maybe we can like be a little bit more heady with our choices and kind of be a little more mindful of how we want to take the listeners and the audience on the journey, or way out on a festival. We've been fortunate enough to play some really cool stages recently. So like for example, when we were at the Wilmington Flower Market down in Delaware, that was a big stage, big sound system, and we're not going to come out and necessarily play some slow jammer to start.
It was pouring down rain in the middle of summer, but it was an awesome day.
We just want to come out there and we cater that set to be like, boom, we're going to come out there, we're going to get as many people in that huge crowd interested, and then maybe we bring them in on that vibe towards the middle or end with a little bit slower, and then come back with something dynamic at the end. So that's one thing I really like. We take that very seriously. Really try to think about our set lists. We've been playing long enough and are fortunate enough now that we've accumulated enough material that we can also be like pick and choose what we want on there. I'm really proud of that personally as a musician, and as us being in the band, that we can do that.
Yeah.
So maybe you're going to hear a song that you haven't heard if you come to see us at multiple shows, or we're going to change the song a little bit so that listener gets something new and it's fresh for them, because ultimately too, those fans are coming to see us, they're paying money to see us, listening to our songs, buying our merch. It's like, we wouldn't be here without them. So we want to be mindful and like always try to push ourselves that when we show up, the fans get what they deserve and what they're expecting from Die Tired. So I don't know if anyone wants to comment on that, like kind of what we have lined up for what we're working on kind of now, or where we're kind of headed, like what our goals are.
We've got a handful of shows coming in 2024. One of which is a pretty big festival that we will announce in the near future. We're really excited to play there. I just think that we're like ready to rock the world. We've got a bunch of different places that are reaching out to us. We posted a thing recently about where do you want us to play? And next thing you know, our inbox was flooded with different venues interested in having us there. And we're really grateful for that and excited for it. So
and
stay tuned.
Yeah, a ton of new material too. Tons of new songs, which is awesome. So, we're recording them, working through that, working on those projects, releasing new music, collaborating on videos, all that good stuff. So there's plenty more to come. And I think it's honestly just the beginning.
Yeah. What else you guys want to say?
Anybody got any final words? Sean, any words of wisdom?
I don't think so.
Not so much. Not so much.
It's always a good day to die tired.
Take a deep breath, this won't last forever.
Soda Records on Facebook.